My name is Steve Jones, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm the current head of MIE. The first thing that I want to say this morning is that a virtual celebration is pretty much the last thing that any of us wanted. Graduation day is one of my favourite days of the academic year. I love getting dressed up in my gown. I love Whitworth Hall. I love watching you all throw your hats to the sky, and I love meeting your friends and your family afterwards. And so do all my colleagues. So on behalf of all staff, we're really sorry that this has to be over Zoom and we can't be on Oxford Road right now. My colleagues love it. That's why the stage is always full for MIE graduation ceremonies. We like to share your success and we feel very proud of you. And we're hoping that this might still be possible in person, but obviously it isn't possible or safe for us to do right now. Now, none of this diminishes your achievement in any way. In fact, we think it's the opposite. We think the fact that you're able to graduate under such difficult circumstances is further testimony to your brilliance. You overcame the odds. You passed your courses without face-to-face teaching, you wrote dissertations without face-to-face supervision, and you managed to cope emotionally with being estranged from your campus, your friends, and your lecturers at a really important time in your educational life. Over these last few months, you might even have missed the Ellen Wilkinson building. You might not have missed the Ellen Wilkinson building, but you might have done. We didn't want to let summer 2020 pass without marking your substantial achievement in some way. So what's going to happen is this. Over the next half hour or so, you'll hear messages from some of my senior colleagues at the University of Manchester. They all wish they could shake your hand as well. They wish they could smile for photographs in the Manchester sunshine or the Manchester drizzle, whatever it's going to be. Your name will appear on the screen as a new graduate of the university, and we'll congratulate you on that. We'll congratulate those of you who've won specific awards, and then we'll wind up with a poem by the Chancellor of the university, Lem Sissay. Not everyone's able to come today, so this event will be recorded and it'll be uploaded to social media sites at a later date. What we need you to do is just sit back, mute your microphone, and enjoy hearing people pay tribute to you. You should feel deeply proud of yourself and your accomplishments. Graduation at any time is a really significant event in your life, and to graduate during such a period of disruption is absolutely, it doesn't lessen the achievement anymore, it just makes things even more remarkable. You're about to graduate from one of the most well-known universities in the world, but more importantly, hopefully you've grown as a person during your time at university. You've developed as a person, you've learned things. I remember many of you as undergrads from Welcome Week in 2017. You're now wiser, better informed, perhaps more socially responsible. I hope that your time at Manchester also leaves you more curious, more engaged, and better prepared to leave your mark on the world. We're very proud of you, and we hope you're proud of yourselves too. And we hope the next half hour allows you to reflect on that achievement a little. So I'm now going to hand over to Dame Nancy Rothwell, who is the President and Vice Chancellor of the university, so you can hear her message. Anytime now.
Hello, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to this virtual graduation celebration today. This is a time when we celebrate all your achievements, albeit in quite unusual circumstances. It's certainly a first for me as a way of marking your accomplishments. Thank you to all graduates whose magnificent achievements and hard work we're celebrating today. Not just your achievements over the last few months in these unprecedented times, but over the whole of your time with us at the university. I'm delighted you've been able to join or are able to celebrate wherever you are with your family and friends. I'd like to thank them all for the support and encouragement they've given to you during your studies, which has been so important to your successes. When you decided to study at the University of Manchester, you chose to make a major investment in your future, an investment that began to pay dividends almost as soon as you arrived. During the course of your studies, you will have gained the skills and knowledge to help you find success in future years. And more recently, you've proved even greater ability with your resilience and versatility in the face of a global transformation of our everyday lives and learning. Although you may be glad to see the back of assignments for now, the planning, research and writing skills you deployed and nurtured will be of great value in the world of work, or perhaps during further study. The way you've balanced commitment to academic life with other interests and the many competing distractions this great city of Manchester offers will help you find a work-life balance as your career and your future unfolds. And of course, we must not forget the strong supportive friendships and relationships you've forged here, which I hope will sustain for many years to come. Put simply, your achievement in completing your degree cannot be overestimated for its value and the strong platform it gives you to build your career and achieve your goals. Manchester is already one of the finest universities in Europe, and we're determined to become one of the very best in the world. With around 170 nationalities on campus, the University of Manchester is already a truly global institution, and one which will remain so, valuing its European and international staff, students and alumni. So, armed with your academic success, your skills and your breadth of experience, there is every reason to be positive about the future. Your job prospects, having studied here, are enviable because employers all around the world recognise the value of the award you gained this summer. Obtaining your degree is a hugely important milestone, and you should celebrate your success. Though it might not be in quite the way you had envisaged, it's still a remarkable achievement. But this is the beginning of the journey and your association with Manchester, not the end. The return on your investment continues way beyond today. Our career service continues to offer you help and support for 2 years, and you can continue to make good use of our world-class libraries. The Alumni Association will help you to remain in contact with the university, linking you with a community of more than 500,000 Manchester graduates living and working across the globe. So we sincerely hope today will not be your last contact with the university. And remember that our doors are always open to you. Can I wish you every success in your future careers and every happiness in your future lives. Do come back and see us when you can. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Martin Evans. I'm the head of the School of Environment, Education and Development. I'd like to congratulate you all on behalf of myself and all of my colleagues in the school on gaining your degree. This is a major achievement, the culmination of a lot of hard work, and you should be proud to have made it to this point. Particularly this year, I'm really grateful for the way that you've worked with staff as we've coped with the dramatic changes that the last few months have brought. This has been challenging in so many ways. But having made it to the end of your degree in these conditions, you have a powerful story to tell future employers about your resilience and about your adaptability. You're graduating from a school which has a world-class research record, and as part of your degrees, you'll have engaged with and carried out some great research and experienced and contributed to an outstanding learning environment. But world-class research and outstanding learning are just two of the three goals of the University of Manchester. Manchester uniquely has a third goal, a commitment to social responsibility. And you're graduating from a school where at first the range of disciplines appears really diverse, but they do all share one thing, and that's that social responsibility is in their DNA. And by that I mean that we share the aspiration that what we do engages with life beyond academia, has a real impact on the world that we live in. As planners, educators, architects, geographers and development specialists, we study the world we live in and the world that we create and the ways in which we help young people to engage with that world. This year, geologists took the penultimate step in a long process that looks likely to end with them defining a new geological period, the Anthropocene. This epoch starts in about 1950 and is characterized as a period when human activity becomes the dominant force driving the Earth system. Most of the changes in the Earth system defining the Anthropocene represent an increase in the fragility of human habitats. But if we recognise that human activity controls Earth systems, it also implies that we can mitigate these negative changes on people and the places that we live in. So much of the work of the school is linked in one way or another to this aim, and the range of skills that you've developed in your studies means you're equipped to play a part in this major global challenge. In the School of Environment, Education and Development, we're proud of making a difference through our research, But I'd argue that the biggest impact we have on the world is through you, our graduates. As a cosmopolitan, outward-looking, high-achieving group of students, it's what you do as you take up increasingly influential positions around the world that constitutes the major part of our impact. And so we're especially keen to keep in touch with you after you leave Manchester. Real-world disciplines like ours thrive on an exchange of ideas between academia and practice. And we want to continue conversations with you, our graduates, so that we can learn from your expertise. The end of your degree is not the end of your association, we hope, with the school, but marks a change in the nature of that relationship. I hope many of you will be back to graduate in person in December, and we look forward to hearing how you're doing at the end of the year. Whatever your plans for the future, I'm confident that through your studies, the world will be a more interesting place, and through your hard work here in Manchester, you're well placed to head out into the world and make a difference. We wish you the very best of luck with that.
No. So that second message was from Professor Martin Evans, who's the head of the School of Environment, Education and Development, which, as you know, is where Manchester Institute of Education sits. The next message comes from Professor Neil Humphrey, who was my predecessor in the role of head of Manchester Institute of Education. So he was Manchester head of MIE when most of you were studying.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Neil Humphrey, and I'm the outgoing head of department at the Manchester Institute of Education. It's my pleasure and honour to address you this morning for your celebration event. The first thing I'd like to do is pay tribute to our MIE community, staff and students alike, for the incredible resilience that you've demonstrated in adapting to an unprecedented situation that we find ourselves in. Our staff have done a fantastic job moving our learning and teaching online at very short notice to enable you, our students, to complete your studies. And you, the students, have dealt with this major and unexpected disruption to your studies, again showing incredible resilience to bring you here today. There are no words to express the pride I feel as outgoing head of department in the way that we as a community have worked our way through this pandemic together over the last 5 months. You came to Manchester to study education. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world." My guess is that was part of your motivation. You got into education because you wanted to make a difference in the world. And that's what unites you all as you go out into the world of work, whether you've graduated from our undergraduate, postgraduate, doctoral degrees. The diversity of programmes at Manchester, what unites you all is that passion for learning and that desire to make a positive difference. You're ambassadors for the university now and for the Manchester Institute of Education, and I wish you the very best in everything that you do in the future. I'm going to close here because this is take 29 or 30, and if I don't get this one right, you won't get a celebration message. So thank you very much for choosing Manchester. Look forward to hopefully seeing you all face to face for a proper graduation event later in the year when it's safe. Best of luck and have a great summer. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
So Neil got 30 goes at getting it right, and I'm trying to do this live, and I can see why he gave me this job. So please bear with me if we've got any technical hitches. But the next part of the session is one I'm looking forward to, because we get to talk about the awards and prizes that some students have won. You've all got the award of graduation, which is the main award that we give out at the University of Manchester. But within the individual groups, we make awards and we issue prizes for outstanding accomplishments or outstanding achievements. The first of those prizes is the award for outstanding dissertation in our undergraduate programme in MIE, Management, Leadership and Leisure. And the winner is... That was quite dramatic, wasn't it? The winner is Rabsha Hussain. So congratulations, Rabsha, as being the winner of our outstanding dissertation. We also have an award for outstanding dissertation in English language for education. Our other undergraduate programme in MIE. And the winner of the Outstanding Dissertation in ELE this year is shared between Aisha Rashid and Jack Hughes. Aisha and Jack, two former students of mine. I'm very proud of you both, and congratulations on your success. And I know you're both here as well, but we won't spotlight you and embarrass you. The University of Manchester Stellify Award. We'd particularly like to congratulate graduates of this programme. This year's been particularly challenging and it's been a particularly challenging year, and therefore the achievements even more impressive. For those of you who don't know, Stellify is a programme that offers students a unique set of activities designed to help them develop the distinctive attributes of a University of Manchester graduate. Socially responsible, highly employable and resourceful global citizens who are able to make a positive contribution to society as well as our workplace. Students who enrol on Stellify do things in addition to their ordinary degree programme, which involves volunteering, reflection, employability activities and work within the community. It's a terrific programme, and I'm very proud that we have some graduates of MIE this year who've completed the programme in full. So my congratulations go to Matilda Mullett, Yuki Yan and Jack Hughes. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you on behalf of the university and also on behalf of the community in which the university sits. We're very proud of you. Now we move on to the part where your graduation starts to feel official. These are the names of all of the graduates from our programs this year, and we're going to begin with the master's level programs. I'm not going to read out all of the individual names because this isn't a formal graduation ceremony, but do remember that this is an incredible achievement. So for students graduating from the MA in TESOL, whether full-time or part-time, or the MEd in Psychology of Education, or our Masters in Arts in Digital Technologies, Communication and Education, congratulations. Moving on to our undergraduate programme, Management, Leadership and Leisure. We have a whole raft of graduates this year. Congratulations to all of you for completing the programme. BA Honours English Language for Education. Congratulations to all of our students who've completed their 3 years on this programme and now become graduates of the University of Manchester. And finally, doctoral level study is something we do a great deal of in Manchester Institute of Education, and I'm very proud to note that the following students over the course of the last 12 months have been awarded a PhD, and in some cases a doctorate in counselling psychology, and in one case a Master of Philosophy award. Congratulations to those individuals, many of whom are now colleagues of mine, I'm pleased to say, within Manchester Institute of Education. What I would like you to do next, before B speaks, is unmute your microphones, please, and join me in giving yourselves and one another a huge round of applause.
Yay!
Thank you very much. The next speaker is B Hughes. We wanted to have a speaker who represented the students who've graduated. B is one of the names that you may have just seen on the previous screen. She's a former faculty PGR representative. She's also now a tutor with us here in Manchester Institute of Education. And Dr. B Hughes, as she now is, will say a few words.
Thank you very much, Steve. I hope everyone can hear me. I think Liam will wave at me if you can't hear me. So thank you, Stephen. On behalf of the class of 2020, may I extend a very warm welcome to you all wherever you may be. Certainly, these are unusual times as I sit here contemplating many things today, and I keep asking the question, what am I doing here? Now, this question is not new, but has featured heavily throughout my time as a student over the last 3 years here in Manchester. I remember, for example, on numerous occasions early on in my PhD, as I sat in a room with my two esteemed academic supervisors, Listening to them talk about post-structuralism and the politics of education, postmodernism, epistemology, such things at the time seemed so bewildering, so abstract, stuff I couldn't even begin to understand. Creeping doubts came into my mind, and the question arose, what am I doing here? Of course, part of the process of being a student is to develop an understanding, an intellectual curiosity, in the hope that this will make us perceive the world differently. So what has my experience been as I have studied here over the last 3 years? Well, one of the greatest joys, of course, has been owning a 16 to 25 rail card and brandishing it when asked for it from a doubting ticket inspector with this face. More importantly are the vital, affirming and enduring friendships I have made that have helped me make sense of so many things. And this reoccurring question of what am I doing here has persisted more recently with regards to the COVID-19 pandemic, as we attend this online graduation rather than meeting face to face, where instead of dressed in suitable academic robes, enjoying the traditional joyous and celebratory elements of the day, we sit in various spaces across the world, peering into a screen, and maybe you too are asking yourselves, what are we doing here? As a student, I developed a new best friend in the late political thinker and theorist Hannah Arendt. She stays in my head and appears in quiet moments and has on many occasions shed some illumination into answering this question. She gives me hope, for she speaks of a world of truth and judgment and forgiveness. She reassures us that as part of the condition of being human, there is always the possibility of something new, despite the horrors that permeated her life during the 20th century. And that as human beings, if we love the world and think about what we are doing, we can indeed start something new. Contemplating what this new normal, this new reality is, and what our future as alumni of the university may bring, brings many challenges. But I'm reassured by the shared spirit of community in the face of adversity, in continuing with our work with purpose, despite the unusual circumstances. We are resilient, socially responsible, and capable of great things, even from the surreal lockdown spaces that we presently inhabit. So I know as we go forward as former students, as alumni from the university, our purple wave unites us all. And we will, I'm sure, strive to be more compassionate and more tolerant. These are indeed strange times, the best of times, the worst of times, perhaps. But we are built for unusual times. So we need to take stock, reflect, be grateful to all who have supported us, so we can enjoy the next period of our lives with an unfailing sense of optimism, purpose and focus. And this is what my time at Manchester has given me. So on behalf of the students of the class of 2020, I wish you all the very best in your future endeavours. Be bold, be brave, be beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Bea. That was wonderful. Be bold, be brave, be beautiful. I'm going to carry that with me. I think I'd like to think that all of you as graduates of Manchester Institute of Education are now better positioned to answer the question, what am I doing here, as Bea so thoughtfully presented it, than you were when you first joined us. And that was a wonderful thanks on behalf of the students, Bea. Thank you very, very much for that. So one question that occurs to you and that Bea referred to in her talk is the question of what comes next. And as an alumni of the University of Manchester, you'll now join hundreds of thousands of graduates of the university. Next, my colleague Shirley Jenner, who's Associate Director for Employability, talks about what it's like to be graduating into a challenging job market.
Hello, I'm Shirley Jenner, Associate Director for Employability in SEED. Warmest congratulations on your graduation. So I'd like to share some thoughts about your career plans, considering 3 questions. So my first question, where are you now? This question invites some sort of assessment, not so much about the geography of where you are in the UK or beyond, but more about the personal journey you've been on. You will have faced considerable personal challenges during your time of study with us, leaving home, adjusting to life in Manchester. Look back for a moment and remember your first week, your first lecture, essay, or exam. Compare that memory with where you are now. Yes, to be graduating is to recognise the knowledge gained, the skills and qualities you've developed. And these strengths are not just the things that resumes and CVs are made of. These are who you have become. This is where you are now. So my second question is, how will you navigate the journey ahead? We are living in uncertain times, and job prospects will be affected in the coming months. We trust economies will recover, but a key source of information about what is happening will come from your networks. Family, friends, and wider connections will be important. And also, please stay in touch with us in Manchester. Our careers service, alumni, and our wider networks are here to help you navigate through these challenging times. Resilience is sometimes described as a capacity to bounce back, but we don't want things just to return to how they were. Part of our vision here in Seed and the university is we want that future to be different and better. So that leads me to my third question, which is why? What is your overall purpose or the contribution you want to make in the longer term? Perhaps here I can take the opportunity to share a personal example. Before I applied to my current job, I asked myself, why? Why would I want this job? And I imagined at an interview that I would give something like this answer. I want this job so I can support students to achieve their educational and professional goals, to equip them to make a positive difference in their chosen sphere. That's my why. In fact, it reminded me of the similar answer I gave 20 years before when I applied here as Manchester student wanting to study for a doctoral programme. And then again, the answer I gave for my first job as a lecturer. It's been really helpful for me to have an answer to that sense of why. It's been a bit like having a compass that's helped me find the right role and the right direction, no matter how difficult or uncertain the terrain has been. So my final thought then comes from an ancient proverb that I love. It says, a cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. You might know of it already. So the 3 questions I've posed really represent those 3 strands. Where are you now is your own strength and capability. How will I navigate the journey ahead? Not alone, drawing support from your wider network. So please stay connected. And third, the golden strand, that question, why, and your answer to it, that sense of purpose and the contribution you are going to go on and make. So once again, wishing you and those around you the warmest of congratulations on your graduation.
I have one more clip to show you. That's a clip from the Chancellor of the University, Lem Sisse, and it's a poem that he's written. Before I do so, can I thank you all again on behalf of MIE staff for coming along to this session this morning. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to us that we've been able to mark your success in some way, and it means a lot to us that we've been able to see you again. So we appreciate it greatly. Remember, as many of the speakers have said, that this isn't the end of the road. We are still here for you. We can write references for you. We can give advice to you, and we hope to see many of you again in person once the pandemic has passed.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm not going to get a career in television, am I? Hang on. Come on, Len, where are you? There we go.
It's time to stellify. Be the focus, be the vision, be the brightest, the universe, be the future, be driven. There's 500,000 alumni in 190 countries across the globe, over 25 Nobel laureates. This is our genetic code. There's stardust in your DNA. You are a meteorite. You are the pen tempting words. You're the lens sensing light. Be 10,000 degrees. Be light years, travel in time. Be the star of the universe and shine, shine, shine. Be the star you are searching for. Illuminate the night. Be the success that you wish for and be quicker, be faster, be bright. And as the future dawns, you'll get brighter by the day. It's time to let the sun shine through. You star, light the way. Make all the difference in every single thing you do. Stellify. It means to turn into a star. And the star that turns, it's you.
That's it from all of us in MIE. Once again, many congratulations on your achievement. Please don't let the current situation stop you from celebrating your considerable success, and please do keep in touch with us. Thank you very much.